Hi, I'm Luis.
And I'm Brett.
Welcome to a podcast where two best friends won't
Shut the fuck up.
Basically a podcast where we talk about a bunch of useless shit that doesn't really matter, but is highly entertaining.
Heavy on the highly entertaining, so buckle up and let's get into the bit. Girls, today we have my very best friend, Aubrey Gallioni. Also, everybody give it up for Aubrey. Yay. Also a mental health advocate, self-love educator,
social
media, TikTok influencer, low-key man hater, but it's fine. We'll get
in the best and funniest,
way. And just the biggest Scorpio in the room.
Valid.
Hi, thank you for taking the time to do this with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And I'm also just so excited you're in LA because I know we don't get to see each other a lot.
I know, I'm so excited to be here.
And you're good for a hot minute, so you get to enjoy.
I am the rest of the month.
Yeah, literally. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, baby girl moved in. I'm like, cough up them coins, mama. Oh my god.
Not the 2 weeks rent. I'm just kidding.
Right, I'm like dividing it on my phone.
Please. Wait, also because you're in Chicago, right?
I am.
So is it like freezing over there? What's the deal?
It is freezing.
Well, I guess today it was pouring rain in LA. That's our freezing.
Yeah, I know. I was joking with her because I'm like, okay, actually it's nicer in Chicago right now than it is in LA. And I'm like, damn, bitch, you really brought the clouds with you.
Representation of my life.
Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, first of all, Valentine's Day weekend was so fun, so cute.
Fun.
Yes, I feel like it's just like dinner, cute vibes, drinks, hanging out, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Also, hey, no boys, we're single.
Yeah, we're all single.
Yeah, for the record, not one of us. And not one of us got a man, so
and we are on the market, okay? You'll know why. Oh my god. Okay, one thing that was cracking me up that I feel like I am so curious to know everybody's input on is, and I mean all the listeners, no, I'm just kidding, but I was like, we started talking about like, hey, when you're like hooking up and you're getting into the vibe, do you put something in the background? Do you keep it quiet? Like, what is your tea? You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm like, I like to put some music in the background.
Right.
Okay, but like, what playlist are you putting on?
Okay, wait, but first of all, you were like, no music.
Right. Okay, what?
Like dead silence?
No, dead silence is crazy.
Okay, if you're with someone that's like verbal and like, you know, like I like the sound of
that. Okay, you can have the sound, right? You can have the sound, but like you don't ever put music on in the background.
It's not that I don't ever. I have. I definitely have. But have you ever put music on and like the wrong song?
Okay, that's fair. That's valid. And you're like, oh yeah, that's fair.
As a dancer, this is just me, and maybe like you can understand both of you. Like,
yes.
As a dancer, sometimes
the beats per minute.
I try to hit it to the beat, bitch. I do not. Like it's like that's all we do. Which I teach rhythmic.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I will be the color of my underwear.
Okay, you need to make sure you have a curated playlist beforehand.
Yeah. I'll usually put on like SZA.
That's what I was gonna say.
SZA. Oh my god.
What are you putting on?
You're predictable. Drake.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Come on.
Drake is a good one.
You already know. But I mean, like, I have it locked and ready to go.
She's like,
I love that though.
I have a specific curated playlist.
Did you make the playlist?
Yes.
Can I ask how long the playlist is?
I mean, like, it should be short.
Right. She's like, just cushion. But
right.
Yeah, we only make it through the first 3 songs.
I hear those on repeat. So.
Right. It's wishful thinking, but.
Yeah, right. Wait, also, we need a cheers.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's definitely cheers.
I just want to be very clear. This is psychotic.
No, it is.
And only the two of you would have something along the lines of this.
Yeah, for those that are listening, we finally
what
have
is
got
wrong
one of
with
our
the two of you?
supersized wine glasses for our guests. So Aubrey's going to be the first guest to test out the
like what?
I feel like hers is bigger.
Yeah, wait, what?
So like, honestly, no pressure to drink it all. Okay.
It's like this. It might not look that crazy, but I don't know. This is like
crazy.
a literal
like
gallon of what? Wine? Like what?
Yeah, wine. Cheers.
Welcome to Useless Banter.
How do you even drink this?
You know, The way it always gets quiet for like a hot second.
I know.
Am I supposed to hold this?
No, you can tap.
Louise, put this back.
Yeah, I got you. If you ever want to sit, let me know.
Oh my god. Okay, so you make the so you make the playlist.
Right.
Okay. And how long realistically are you getting through the playlist? Like, what on average do you think is a good like time
I
span?
mean, I think it depends on who you're
That's true.
engaging with.
Yeah.
Like, what is the
But
intention here?
Because some stallions, they got stamina.
And sometimes it's a little too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, we don't need to be.
No, bitch. I'm looking at the clock like, I need you to pick it up, babe. Like
You know
let's
what?
get to the destination.
I do feel like, obviously, clearly, it's so different for guys than
Very
it is for
different.
girls.
Yeah.
Very
Like the
different.
experience, right? Like for us,
Right.
it's like I feel like there's a clear goal,
in
like at
mind.
finish line. You know what I mean?
Right, because like women can like get it done and keep going like over and over again, where men like
One and done.
you reach that point and then you deplete pretty quickly.
Yeah. Sometimes I
Sometimes
feel
you-
a little like envious of women in that
Yeah.
sense, where I feel like like your bodies naturally can keep going, and you guys are more so in it to like enjoy the act of it and not necessarily the destination.
Or would you say it is the?
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. However, I think because most of the time, not always you make it to the destination,
Yeah, for
or
women.
now conditioned to enjoy the ride
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh, that's so interesting.
Unfortunate
That's
for
right,
for a lot of
unfortunately.
women.
Like, I'm pissed off if we don't make it to the destination.
Right.
That's what I'm saying,
right.
right? I get frustrated. I'm like,
You're like, yeah, I get mad.
I'm like, also, if like both of us have to reach it,
Right.
not just one of us,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I think is
Right.
what
'Cause
happens,
on
right?
it-
Yes,
I know,
correct.
but I
Which is
guess-
so much different when there's two men, and like that's
Yeah.
it's crazy to think about.
That is so
It's
insane.
very
I guess
different
also,
dynamic.
like, I don't necessarily know or have an experience what it's like for a woman to make it to the destination
I'm like,
in
you
my
don't.
presence, but I feel like maybe straight men, like they have, but it's like I hear women talk about all the time how they fake it, and it's easy to fake it. With a man, you can't fake it.
You know what's interesting is I have never in my life faked.
No, period. And that's how
Honestly,
you
you're
should say,
Because-
let's keep it real.
Because why would I ever give the man a the satisfaction of thinking that you did something and accomplished something that you most certainly didn't?
not.
and that is on
What?
period. Okay?
I mean, like, I get some women do it because they just like want it to be over. Like, you're like, oh, this is terrible. I'm just trying to like get by and make you think, which is so sad. You feel me?
It's actually really sad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, sad. But no, I'm like, wrap it up. This is not.
You're like, still not there.
It's like, well, my time's up, so you can leave now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not that girl.
Yeah, it is definitely an ego stroke for men, I think.
Right.
That
It is,
women
yeah.
kind of play into sometimes, but I don't know. I myself am a people pleaser, so I probably would do the same thing.
But I'm also very I'm very intentional and very vocal. Like, I will help you. Let me help you.
Oh, like you mean in terms of like what you like?
Yes.
Or, like, what you need to
Yeah.
do to get-
what you need to
Right.
get
Right.
them,
I
Yeah.
think there's so much ego wrapped up in sex and pleasure because men want to think that they have it all figured out when I would say like 80% of them don't understand the female body.
Right.
But there's that ego in it. They think they know, but I'm like, I have no problem
Yeah.
vocalizing how to help you.
Yeah.
What
You
think
know what I
that-
mean?
Yeah, I think that's interesting because even guy to guy, like I can imagine the gap is even bigger for guy to girl
Right.
because even for guys to guys, it's like different guys kind of like get off in different ways. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
there's different kind of ways to do it. So it's like even when I hook up with someone, it could be different than a different person. Like they could like different things or different things get them across the finish line. So it's like
Yeah.
I can only imagine that.
It's so interesting though because I don't know. I think as I age, I've always been very bold, obviously. But as I age, it's interesting when I have these conversations with men. They're so caught off guard because they'll be like, "Oh, I've never had a woman say X, Y, and Z."
wow,
I'm like,
that is really
they're,
so
interesting.
sad.
they're just lying to
Yeah.
you,
Yeah, I mean,
or they're just they're not. They might just feel uncomfortable.
yeah. Honestly, I personally even feel uncomfortable sometimes, and I will say
Right.
that the older that I get, the more
Yeah.
More willing.
comfortable I am with saying like, hey, this is actually not how I
This is
enjoy
not
this,
it. Yeah.
or I prefer it this way. But I remember the younger version of me really, really struggling to speak up for myself and my sexual comfort.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like you just think like, oh, you just don't want to ruin the moment, or you don't want to make them insecure or whatever. But it's really not making them insecure. It's just like, this is a transaction, and it should be comfortable on both ends. We should be, you know what I mean? Like the whole point of the act is to pleasure both parties,
Right.
and for us to both succeed in reaching whatever destination we're trying to go after. But like, you should be able to, first of all, be with someone that's safe enough to have
that conversation, right?
And I think like in a relationship, like I feel like, you know, when it's a one-time hookup or whatever, sometimes it's a little bit more uncomfortable to say it because I'm like, oh, like I'm just in the moment. Let's just get through this. But I feel like when you're with a partner, you're with someone for so long.
Definitely different dynamic.
Sure.
Yeah.
You start having little
You learn someone's body.
and I think also too, like people like to have like, or for me, I think when I was in a relationship, I would always have the conversation after.
Instead of like mid
Instead
way
of
through.
mid, because, but it's
fair.
like, is that
Which one is?
Well, I think the psychology behind that might be just like you don't want to ruin the moment.
I think
like,
there's ways to like hint,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
I think it's all about how self-aware you are or how you can, you know, we always say read the room.
well, there's body
Body language, yeah.
is so loud, but some people can't read that.
No,
it's
some people
men just sometimes don't pick up on the female
There's
body
one track
language.
mind,
Right.
you know?
And women are definitely not.
No.
Yeah, that part's interesting, like the body language aspect of it all. I also feel like in general, like you were saying how you were kind of afraid to say what you wanted. I think there's this idea, because I used to be that way too, where there's this idea where it's like, if it's not working, you almost feel like it's your fault because you're like, is there
start to
something wrong with me or
internalize.
my body? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like for
That's fair.
instance, for guys, like being gay, right? Like top bottom verse, right? Like I was for a long time strictly a bottom because I would get nervous about topping and I wouldn't be able
interesting.
to like perform, you know, like I would get so
Really?
like I would get nervous, and if it didn't like go right away, then I'd be like, I just don't top. So for a long time I didn't, you know. Now it's like I feel way more comfortable in my sexuality and my body and all that stuff that I feel like I don't get as nervous or like the performance anxiety. But like for a long time that was the case because I didn't want to voice like the issue or what I was feeling in that moment.
Yeah,
Performance
I
anxiety.
actually went through, or I do still sometimes go through the same
This
thing.
is let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Because you know, when you're a bottom, like you are just receiving, so like there's no pressure for your body to work. You know what I mean? For you to like get it up.
Well,
if
in
you
a
were to
different
say.
way, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, cause like you can be a bottom and literally not get hard for the entire experience.
Which is crazy.
and it's way more common than you would think.
Yeah,
I am typically.
I didn't
not-
even think about that.
Yeah, I typically am not like that. Like I'm good to go. But I used to be the same way where I would only bottom because
would
it's
not
like
even think- I didn't even
never
think about
felt
that.
like I could take myself serious in that role. And then like when I first started topping, I would only top people that were like smaller than me or like whatever that I felt like I could like dominate in a way or like make
Feel masculine.
Yeah.
I'm more masculine
Right.
or like more whatever. But I have also, as I've gotten older, I'm like, I don't fucking care. Like this is an exchange and it doesn't really matter what position you're doing. It's more about the chemistry and all those things. But like, it really, really is so tough when you're a man and your body is not responding in a sexual setting and you're dealing with all this pressure to perform. So like in those times, I can even think and be like, yeah, it's probably hard for me to even think about the other party right now because all I can think about is making sure this works so that we can like get the job done.
Yeah.
This is so interesting. Obviously, as a woman, I can't relate to this experience, but as a woman, you know, there's been so many times where you're getting into the bed and a man just can't get hard, and I feel terrible now as someone who doesn't naturally always have the most empathy for the male species. I could imagine how humiliating that might feel. So as a woman, I'm always so accommodating, and I always try to make sure that that man doesn't feel any shame. And I'm always like, because it's really, to me, it's not that deep. Like exhale, take a deep breath. Like I don't care. Like that has to be so awful because I know that you probably have absolutely no control over that. I don't know what it's like to have like a little gummy worm hanging from your body. Like I don't like I'm sure that's terrible. Like I can't even you know what I mean? Like
also because I mean honestly like a flaccid penis is not the
they're
greatest thing in the world.
right, and dicks are weird. Dicks are weird. They're already
weird.
like
So it's
very strange things to me,
Yeah.
and so when they're not hard, it's like
No, and the majority of us are growers.
right.
You know what I mean? And not showers and like.
So it's like when it's not grown, girl.
Okay, but like also what is the best course of action in that moment? Because me, I'm like, and I also think women. My best piece of advice, and correct me if I'm wrong, some women, they take it so personally, and I'm like, girl, in that moment, you have to remove yourself. It has nothing to do with you majority of the time, right?
100%.
Women take it so personally, like, oh, he must not be attracted to me. I'm like, no, sister, that is probably something that has to do with him for whatever reason. But I know that we've had this conversation before. I know a lot of men that only happens to when they actually like the woman.
100% true.
Right.
Right.
It's the performance anxiety or they consume too much alcohol and they have like whiskey
That part
dick
too.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I've heard that's a thing.
Which is true. Sometimes when you're just intoxicated or whatever,
right,
that can also be a case. But I do agree. Like, I know we've also had this conversation. It's very much like sometimes when you're so into it, there's this expectation that you want it to be amazing and you want to perform well and all that stuff that it does kind of make you get in your head.
It's just always, it's so, I would, again, assume it's so humiliating because men have this massive ego and they love to talk this massive game and they're always like in your ear the whole night, like they're going to do all this shit. And then they come down to it and then they're hard and then all of a sudden it's like.
It's a gummy worm.
And I'm like, and then they're like, and you're like, and you wait.
And you're like,
and we're like,
right. And I'm like, okay, like, it is what it is. I just
already just gave me like anxiety. Like, PTSD, and you're just like, maybe we can try again another time.
To be honest, I mean, I don't know that there's like a right thing to do in that moment. Like you said, being like, I guess, just empathetic or whatever is probably the best thing you can do because no matter what, we are going to get into our heads a little bit and be like, honestly, for me, sometimes I just need to take a beat. I'm like, let me go to the bathroom.
I don't ever want a man to feel shame in that scenario. I think there's such a taboo, especially for women. We always think that men or women are the only people that have like body image issues, but I think men just internalize it more.
Yeah,
way more. Yeah. So, and it's just like not talked about as much.
I think that like in that specific circumstance, because it's happened to me and even my last relationship, literally like the first 4 times we tried to have sex, literally we couldn't make it work. And it was like, whether it was him or me or both of us, it was like we liked each other so much that we both had this like really high expectation of what this needed to be. We're like, this has to be great. If we like, I care about this person so much, so this also has to be compatible. We're checking the compatibility in regards to our sex life and like how heartbreaking would it be, whatever. So you're like literally going into it being like, oh my God, this has to be the best experience ever. And then it just like doesn't, and it's like, then you're like mad at yourself, and then you guys are awkward, you don't know what to do. But what I have done in that predicament is like,
what do you do?
I mean, as guy to guy, I feel like it's easier maybe with men.
Because you guys understand. You've been there, right?
I'm like, oh, no, trust me, it's fine.
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Like
you tell me what.
Whenever I'm with a guy, I'm always like, can we just like lay down?
Yes.
Cuddle,
right, yeah,
like,
that's what I usually do.
Movie, and then like, let's just like cuddle and hang out and like not have this pressure that this needs to happen right now. And then sometimes like naturally your body will respond if you're just cuddling or you're just like, you know what I mean? Like just like, but without the pressure that this is about to happen or that this has to happen tonight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because then sometimes like, we cuddle, whatever, then maybe something will happen. Or if we wake up in the morning for me is always like a great
I feel like that's a very common male.
Yeah. So like in the morning, just wake up, it's fresh. You just, again, without the pressure. And then sometimes it just works. And But I definitely do agree that I feel like
it's more of a mental thing. I feel
it is,
yeah, and I think it's like like compacted with a lot of things in regards to men's mental health and their body image. Like you said, I feel like we don't give men enough credit for the expectations that we put on our bodies and how we want our physiques to look as well. And sometimes it's like framed a little bit differently because I feel like the male physique is big, right? So if you're not big, you feel like insecure. If you're not like have these big muscles, but you don't have to, you obviously wouldn't starve yourself to get there. You would just like obsessively work out and like eat and do all these things. So it's like looked at as maybe not as unhealthy of like, rather than where I feel like women are usually want to be like smaller, right?
Yeah.
And so then they like restrict. And so, but it's like, you know, they're both, I think maybe equally as harmful mentally. But I feel like men don't get as much credit for it because they're afraid to speak
We just don't
about
think
it.
we just don't think about it as much, especially women. Like I just it's not at the top of my brain as much in,
Well, I
in
think
those
also-
scenarios.
I think also historically women have been more outrightly judged.
right,
So
1,000%.
it's like yeah, men
Yeah.
do have that, but let's be real. In the media,
Yeah, right,
everything,
right.
like the women are really when it comes to physical appearance.
Beauty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
the beauty
men,
standard's
you know,
different.
The idea is like men, especially celebrities who get older, they get maybe a little more wrinkly, silver hair.
Yeah,
It's seen as hot.
right.
Yeah.
Versus women are not allowed to do that.
Yeah, as women
right?
age, you're
Yeah.
devalued
Yeah, exactly.
from
Like,
a societal
yeah.
standpoint. Yeah,
Aging for women is seen as like
very
wrong.
different.
Wrong,
Yeah,
right, which
where
is
sometimes
crazy.
for men it's like, oh my god, he's so daddy, he's so whatever. We,
Right,
like,
right.
We live in a
romanticize-
patriarchal society.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
which is
which
so
is-
crazy.
yeah, no.
Welcome to America.
But I do think also another like thing that I think is interesting is like there's like a pressure on men, and especially in regards to dating, is like maybe it's not in regards to beauty, but it's like you have to have a certain amount of money. Like that's like the big flex, and like I feel like a lot of women or people or gay men too are looking for like the materialistic things that you can provide for me. Like you're expected to be a provider versus just like a lover. And I feel like I see like a lot of people like debating that topic and stuff, and like you know, the men should always pay and like this or that. And I have some friends that are even like, oh my god, if he's only attracted to me if he has money. You know what I mean? So
In the
that
gay
definitely
world,
depends on the person, I think too.
Yeah.
But I do think because historically the men were the only ones who were allowed to have jobs and were the
Right.
providers, and the women were supposed to like that was the role that was played. So I do think when you think about it, it hasn't been that long since women even got the right to vote. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Things like that.
Right.
I do think we're at a point where, you know, obviously there's way more of a independent movement with women, and obviously more females have careers and they're well on their own, like obviously, right? So I do think sometimes that perspective changes, but I mean, I don't know, you tell us, do you feel like women still really see that, or do you think it's
I don't think I require anything I can't provide. That's just how I
that's a good way of
Yeah. I like
putting
that a
it.
lot.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to compatibility in all four fronts. A lot of people say like date within your means, date within your tax bracket. I think that's the hardest part about dating is people just don't date what they're compatible with. And that's where you're driving a car that has no gas in it. You can love someone or like someone and just not be compatible.
That's so
yeah,
real.
or really just lust over them, right? The image or the idea of them, when it's like in reality, like is there compatibility there, or is this just
Well, the truth is too, it's like you said, I think about that all the time because, you know, there's always the kind of joke like, oh, sugar daddy this, whatever, like we play around. But when I think about it, I'm like, but their lifestyle is so different from my lifestyle. And like what they do on a weekend is so different than, you know, and I'm not saying that like, I don't know, it all sounds nice, but I'm like, in reality, I don't even know that we would be compatible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I do agree, kind of like I don't expect anything more from like someone I'm dating, you know, but as long as we just meet in the middle.
You just need to find whatever it is that you need. I promise it's out there.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you want
yeah.
someone to provide for you, you want them to pay for everything, date a man that's going to provide everything
Right,
for
that's
you.
true, yeah.
If you want someone to go 50-50 with you, there's a man out there that will go 50-50
Right.
with you. I think the misconception is you're trying to date someone who doesn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to change someone who's not going to change. That is where you're going wrong. There's people out there that will give you what you want. You just have to find them.
Yeah. It's like seeing the potential versus seeing what's actually there. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
we can't always be looking at potential, girl. You know?
No.
Like, yeah, we gotta.
Oh God, bitch! I'm looking at
Oh my
No,
God.
actually, though, what you were saying though earlier is because I've dated guys that I feel like are I've gone on a few dates with guys that are like super, super loaded, rich. Like you can tell that they just live a different lifestyle than I live.
Mm-hmm.
And not that I struggle, like I do pretty well for myself.
Yeah.
But like even being like at dinner with them and things, like there was always like a feeling for me of like inferiority. Like, is that the right word?
I think I'm feeling inferior. But
Inferiority.
No, Brett just makes up his own shit.
That's always making up words.
No, but yeah.
Or like I don't know, like just like you said, like the way that they like ordered and like
Oh, like for you and like
yeah,
It's
and
almost
stuff
like them asserting
the
dominance.
the
or, like,
submissiveness
yeah.
versus
correct. And I'm like I don't know that wasn't my gig,
But again, going back to what Aubrey said, like some people want that.
That
gig,
Some
yeah,
people
yeah.
want you to order for
some
them.
people are applying for that gig. And
Check the
I'm not
resume.
the strongest applicant.
look at the job application.
Yeah.
What are your special skills?
Right. Look at the job listing first.
right.
See if it's fitting.
I think me personally, I also really struggle with allowing people to do things for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the idea, I'm always like joking with my friends, like, oh, I need to like meet a rich man or whatever. But I don't like when people are like financially showing up for me or like doing things for me. Like I'm like, no, like I'll take care of what I'm bringing to the table. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's because I grew up really poor
I think
or like
your hyper independence as your best friend is a trauma response based off of things that you've experienced in the past. Like you move the way that you do because you've moved from survival mode majority of your life. So someone coming in and trying to provide for you makes you uncomfortable because you've never experienced that before.
wow.
Yeah.
And
honestly,
most of your partners that you have had, not to drag the fuck out of you, but I will if necessary.
Drag her.
have not.
Have nothing.
Yeah. And I've been the provider.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is
I wonder if I look for that in
that's
people,
a
then.
You could.
Subconsciously,
It's a
like, you could be-
subconsciously.
yeah.
So it's a very foreign concept for you.
Yeah.
So it just might
It's like a
feel
way to have control over a situation.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
if I know
fair.
that I'm for the provider, like I know
that's
that
fair.
I have some sort of control.
it's kind of manipulative, but
Hey, useless banter. We get into the fucking
Right.
bit,
No,
okay?
literally. I mean,
but like not like maybe unintentionally.
Yeah, for sure.
To have control. That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, I actually am a little bit curious because you have been in a relationship with a woman.
I have.
And
I was like, where is this going?
you're like,
who
okay.
are we about to talk about?
So, and how long were you in a relationship with a woman for?
In my like early to mid 20s, I dated a girl. I'm gonna say girl for a couple of years. I would say.
okay. Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah,
It
I
was
would
a
say
long-term relationship.
I would say 2 years almost.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on and off.
And
crazy.
prior to that, did you know that you were interested in women or?
I would say not really. I had an experience, I would say, maybe with girls before that, but nothing of the magnitude of what that relationship was for me. Never what it was.
So
I didn't.
You never saw yourself dating a girl?
No.
Like
not
at
at all.
first, when you were like younger, it was probably just like a fun thing.
Yeah, it was what they like, an experiment type. It was like a
Experimental
one
kind of
night
like-
thing,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then I never thought about it again after that. So this was completely out of left field.
So then you ended up just falling in love with the person versus the gender.
100%.
And how has that like experience? How is that different from dating men? Would you date another woman?
It's a great question. I don't love to put myself in boxes.
Right.
I'm very free flowing. So even putting a label and feeling like I have to say I'm bisexual is weird to me. I don't know. But I am someone who, if you can capture me like emotionally or intellectually,
I mean,
you can bag me.
100%.
yeah.
And I think that scenario specifically, I was so caught off guard because I was in a very awful place in my life. I was going through something personally, and it was very hard in my family life. And this girl came in and very much swooned me emotionally and provided me with something that I hadn't felt and I really needed in that moment. And that is when all of a sudden I was like, hold on. Do I have feelings for this person?
Yeah.
And at the time, actually, I was in a relationship with a boy. I say boy because he was younger than me, and that should have never happened. Crazy, but yeah, it was a really interesting experience. And I don't want to say it was like this sexual awakening, but it just really allowed me to lean into the fact that I am such an emotionally driven human, and I can connect with people very intellectually, emotionally, and then the physical part can follow suit after that. So yeah, to answer your question, I think that it was definitely emotionally based, and then the physical aspect just followed. I don't really see myself long-term marrying a woman after that experience. Now, it was a very toxic relationship, so I don't know if that played a part in how I engaged with women after. But I didn't date a woman after that. It was very much, I had feelings for her. I dated her. It went south. Right after that, I slept with a man. I was like, not gay, not gay. And then I kind of dabbled a little bit, and I had slept with women here and there, actually in California. Yeah, so then I dabbled like back and forth a little bit, and then I just have been dating men ever since.
So like in regards to the relationship with a woman versus a man, was it a completely different experience, like emotionally?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference between dating men and women, and even now as I'm older, it's interesting. Men and women flirt very differently. Men are so easy.
Honestly, yeah.
Men are so easy, very one-tracked mind, I could bag them in a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go, they're good.
Men would fuck a double cheeseburger if you let it. You know what I mean? Versus like women, flirting with women is drastically different. They're way more intellectual.
Yeah.
They're way more intuitive. They're just, you know what I mean? It's very different. So the relationship between two women is usually very, very intense. And not to say you can't have that with men.
Yeah.
It's just how you pick them up and how you bag them is very different.
I can imagine that being the case, honestly. I like.
So yeah, my relationship with her like threw me so for a loop. I mean, just think about it. Women are far more emotionally led versus, in my opinion, men are more like linear, one-track minded. So when you put two women together, usually emotions are high. We're more nurturing. So while that love is very intense and very like I said, nurturing, it was great, but it's just everything was heightened times 10.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just a very different experience, not one like better than the other, but just different, you know?
I have one of my close friends actually has always claimed to be straight, never
Clay.
I guess
It's a crazy way to
okay, one of my close
Supposedly my friend is straight.
or she's always dated men.
Yeah,
right?
now she's
Always
dating
dated
a
men,
woman,
Never
yeah.
had any interest in dating women.
That's how it happens.
Yeah, and then she found a girl
That's how it
who
happens.
kind of, changed her mind. But she is honestly, sometimes I always say that she reminds me of you.
It's
She's
an energy
also
thing.
a Scorpio, and she's like, she's open to love. Like she has one of the biggest
Yeah.
hearts of anyone that I know, and so I think she was, open to exploring. And now she's in like the happiest, healthiest relationship of her entire life. She's like,
Right.
"But there's never been a love like this in my life." Like,
It's very
this is
different.
the safest, most emotionally like close relationship that she's ever had. And just being her friend and seeing her like date a girl or the woman, like I am so incredibly happy for her. And I'm like, wow, like she is literally glowing. Every time I see her, she's like, I don't have to worry like I did with men. Like there was like when she dated men, she always felt like there was always fear. Like there's always, you know what I mean? And like just the communication was so much harder.
It's different. Yeah.
Yeah. Where with dating a girl is like literally your best friend. You
I
know what
will
mean?
say what's interesting is, like I said, men are far less intuitive than women when it comes to energy. If I could blink wrong and she knew that something was wrong with me, versus men, it's like I could be screaming, crying, throwing up internally and just not showing it outwardly, and they would have no idea. But she could sense,
Yeah.
you
That is
know,
so crazy.
you know
But
what I
yeah,
mean? Like, it's very different. Not to say like you can't be, you know, locked in.
Yeah.
Like I can't lock in with a man and he could learn me, but it's just a different experience.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be a different journey to get there.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's interesting because I don't know if you like around that time or even now had those conversations with people about sexuality and your sexuality, just because I feel like there tends to be obviously kind of a different perspective on when girls experiment with girls
Yeah.
than when guys experiment with guys. Right.
Right.
Like that is
Yeah.
such a
I
different.
think there is a completely different, like two different stereotypes for
Yeah.
bisexual men and like a double standard for bisexual
Oh,
women.
it's way more accepted to be a bisexual woman than it is to be a
Right.
bisexual man
100%.
because women are sexualized in society. So
Right.
you
Yeah.
can play both sides and it's completely fine. But
And it's still attractive.
yeah, and it's still attractive because it's for the male gaze,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
versus
Gosh,
Yeah.
the opposite for men. It's just that will never be accepted.
Yeah. I feel like in high school too, I even as a gay man, like I feel like I played into the stereotypes because I feel like in high school there was a lot of girls that were like, oh, dating girls or like they had girlfriends. It like started to become like a trend.
Trendy,
It
right?
started to become like very trendy.
Because
And
it was
so-
it's attractive to men, to
men.
boys.
So
You
I
th-
never
yeah, I
knew.
think back in high school, it's like you get drunk and you like kiss because
Yes.
it's like cute, it's sexy to guys, like
Yeah.
that was the thing.
That is so
Yeah.
interesting, but that's
No,
so
it's a
true.
thing.
It's
But
so it's so true.
Yeah, you think
but
about
like,
it.
God forbid a guy was like,
Like, hey, I think this will be sexy. Let me go.
No, yeah.
"Hey, girls like that one.
Yeah. It is so interesting how the difference is. I mean, for you, like, what were those conversations like? Did you have those conversations, or was it more of a personal journey for you, where you're like, I don't need to communicate that?
To tell people that it was interesting. I think that I tried to hide it for as long as possible because I was so caught off guard by it.
Yeah.
And I shoved it down for a while because I was like, there's no way. Like I was 25 or like 20, you know, I was like old enough to think, how did I not know? Like, how would I not know? Like, why am I experiencing this now? It does not feel like normal, you know? So it took me a while to come to terms with it on my own before I felt like I could say it out loud and then say it to the people closest to me. And I had a really hard time with that because I just didn't know how people were going to respond to it. Now, being in the cheer and dance world, everyone's gay. All my best friends are gay. Like I grew up in the gay community. It's just like you never think it will be you, you know? So it was really weird. It was really interesting. I had support from all like my closest friends. I think it definitely caught my parents off guard because they were like,
Yeah.
what?
Especially them thinking probably, oh, she's 25. Like by this
Right.
point.
Yeah. Yeah. If she was going to be gay, she was going to be gay by now. But yeah, I'm so free flowing that just happened. And
Yeah.
I mean,
you never
it's-
know what you're gonna get.
It's crazy
No,
though,
it's
because
true.
I actually was just talking to, we were at this like gay event, right? And I was just talking
Shocker.
to gay event. And I was talking to someone who was literally telling me that they didn't figure out they were gay until they were 30.
Yeah.
Like they were
it happens a lot later
Yeah.
in life for women, I think.
Yeah,
And
it's
I don't know if
crazy.
it's part of the fact that dating for men, it like for women, like that experience is really hard now these days. And so women are far more open to just experience or like experiment with women.
I see.
So it's interesting to think about that. But yeah, I think for me, when I close my eyes and I picture my life like 20 years from now, it's just with a man. So that's why I think I've just been dating men. But I will always be attracted to women. I can acknowledge that. I think I'm more emotionally drawn to men, unfortunately. Like I see my life panning out with a man more than I do with a woman. I think my attraction physically is just there for women. I can appreciate the beauty of a woman physically and emotionally.
I think it's beautiful the way that women are and the way that women are more open. You know, I wish that was the case for men, or they feel like they could do that or experiment or whatever without it being taking away their masculinity.
Right.
Or like their attractiveness. Cause I know I talked to a lot of friends too, or a lot of girls that are like, yeah, like I don't judge men, bisexual men,
they
but
do.
I would never date one.
Right.
You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right,
That's
right.
what we call
majority-
homophobia.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the majority
that's
of my
real.
girlfriends. And, it's like, again, like, yeah, no, I mean, I don't care. I love it. I support it, but I would never date them. And so it's like, well, that sucks because that, it really could be an incredible human that, you're
yeah.
missing out on. That's
Right.
just like an open person. And
Yeah.
they've done like enough self-work to be able to be like,
And also, in a way, to be that comfortable with themselves, to put themselves out there like that.
Correct.
And then, even if they're not gay or whatever, be like, you know what? I'm not or whatever. I don't know. I feel like I just think it's crazy because, like, we've kissed girls, made out with girls, whatever, and realized, like,
I was just about to ask, have we been with women?
not to that extent.
I haven't had sex with a woman, but I have done other things.
What can we I want to know. What have you done?
Spill it to you, girl.
Have a drink of wine.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Let's unpack.
Yeah.
So I personally, I'm like, oh my god.
Is this high school?
Yes.
Okay.
In high school.
How old were you? Like what grade?
Like junior in high school.
Okay, cool.
I literally dated 2 girls on my cheer team at the same
On
time.
the cheer team.
And,
On the chance.
and
cheer
they like literally were beefing over me. Like they fought. Like they literally.
So what
like,
did you do with that? Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so what happens?
I did. I don't want to say. I've never eaten a vagina. Okay. I have never done that, and I don't honestly think that I'm capable. But
You don't like doing any
I
of
have
the
fingered
sort,
one. That was something special.
Something special.
And then I have like received.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Head.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
That's the
That's the
one.
one.
He won't do he doesn't give men head either. So
No, he hates it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean,
So-
I have to really like you. It's only if I like you, but like to the average Joe, like I'm not doing that, babe. Yeah, sorry.
Is that something you enjoy or no?
This is the goats, bitch.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, please. I don't know who's watching this. Okay, mom and dad don't. If you know me, please keep scrolling. Yeah, I am a pleaser for sure.
Okay, yeah.
I
No,
think
it's
it
like
also it's an ego thing.
Yeah.
Like I want to know that I will live rent free in your brain for the rest of your life.
Honestly, that's kind of
It's
me
like
too. Yeah.
you're never gonna think of anyone else the next time someone puts their mouth on your body.
Period.
And it's
I
just
know
like
that's fucking right.
Yeah.
I think the better you are at it is how much you enjoy it. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I might get canceled for this. I don't know if I should say this. I think there's a lot of women out there. Okay, I might get canceled. There's a lot of women out there that think that giving head is degrading. And I totally respect that. I respect it because there are men that do it in a degrading manner. However, if you flip the way that you view it from a different lens and you think of it from the mindset of the man is at his most vulnerable state.
Yeah.
Right? Like I am in
seriously.
full control
Yeah.
of that man's body at that time. Like I have him at my fingertips.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So again, an ego thing. This is the Scorpio in me, right?
Yeah,
Like
right.
in
Yeah.
full possessive control in that moment.
Right.
So-
I respect that.
No, that's real though.
You know
I feel
what I
like
mean?
that's
Yeah,
kind of
no.
that's
So
true.
that's like a
And
dominant
I
thing.
honestly really appreciate people
Okay. all right.
that have taken the time to work on their skills. You know what I mean? Like,
But it's not like, okay, I say that and I'm not out here just like
No,
guzzling
yeah.
anybody and everybody. I'm just saying
No,
like
I know.
Yeah, no.
I'm very picky.
I
don't
also don't
means-
ever see it as like a degrading thing for, I mean, either men or women. I think it's like a way of it's like a part of
I feel like it's I mean it's the foreplay of it all. It's warming
Yeah,
the body
yeah.
up. It's,
Yeah.
getting
It's
into the
definitely
bit, you know what I
foreplay.
mean? Like and that's what
I scratch
I'm
my
not
back, you scratch mine.
It's a part of it. I hate when people don't foreplay
Me
is a part
too.
of sex.
Yeah. It's honestly the best part.
build-up.
Right. The
Yeah,
build
the
up, the
build-up.
anticipation is the best part of sex.
Yeah.
and that's why I'm like it's
Because
not
once you get into it, it's kind of just like cool.
okay. He's like, the rest of it sucks. No, I mean, but yeah, I feel like I enjoy it as a part of the build up, as a part of the lead up. Like it's a whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just like
how do
you're connecting with each other.
Are you an eater?
Wait, like of what? No,
I mean,
no, I've never.
No.
men are different. But
Yeah. No, I mean, well, for a woman, no. The most I've ever done is like make out with a girl. Oh. But for men, like I don't mind any of it really. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Honestly,
Yeah.
for me, any of it? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. Any of
the
it.
whole nine.
Yeah, the whole nine. I mean,
Yeah,
I
me
just
too.
feel like
Spread
especially
eagle.
if you're comfortable with the person, and
Yeah.
if you're my boyfriend or something,
Yeah.
like,
Right, the different.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Circumstances are way different.
Yeah, circumstances
I
are
think
so
that's
different.
such a like a telltale whether or not there really is chemistry here, right? Like there's some people that I've been with where I'm like I'm not really sure if I'm interested in doing that specific thing with you, but then
Right.
with someone where I have like complete
Oh,
like
yeah.
mind-blowing
Yeah,
chemistry is like I don't care what we do. I will literally like any
Right.
inch of your body, like I want to get under your skin.
Yes,
Like you know what I mean?
yes.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
nothing is off limits with someone that you are
You-
truly
yeah.
fully compatible
Yeah.
with.
When you love someone, you unlock the freakiest version of them.
Yes.
Real.
That's
No,
why like sex
100%.
with someone that you are in love with is so much better than like one.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
You know
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
agree.
I agree to that sentiment.
Okay, well, on that note, we do have a little segment here
Ooh.
that we like to call "The Bar Is in Hell."
Oh my god, the
I
bar,
feel like she's like, "Of course."
the bar is underground.
The bar is underground. Okay.
Yeah, no.
And I mean, it's kind of like the name, the
Self-explanatory.
yeah, self-explanatory.
You know what I mean?
You know,
Yeah.
obviously we've talked about men and relationships and women too, I guess,
Yeah.
this whole time. But you know, any circumstance where you're like, you know what, the bar was really in hell in
Yeah.
that moment.
Yeah. She's like, how much time do you
Yeah,
got?
yeah. She's like, how much time we have left?
I think it's so sad. Like why the bar is in hell is because we put it there, unfortunately.
Woof.
Like when we accept the bare minimum, you know, it's unfortunate, but at baseline, when we are excited and clap for men that treat us with the basic human decency and respect, we lower the standard every single time.
We ourselves put the bar in hell.
Yeah, we do. We
you
placed
know,
it there.
it's like
right.
if there's never consequences to any actions, why would men move any differently? You know, I think as I get older, my standards have obviously raised higher, and I think back to Aubrey in her 20s, and I'm like, I tolerated and
Yeah.
got so excited over the smallest things, you know, and now in my 30s, the bar is so much higher, but I'm still looking at my friends or like a lot of women, and I'm like, girl, stand the fuck up.
Stand up.
Stand
Yeah.
up. Want better for yourself. You have to set that standard in your life.
Yeah.
He's not going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to do it for you.
Woof.
That's real. Did you hear that, everybody? Dig that bar up and bring it on.
Like I will not clap for a fish that swims at this point in my life.
Wait,
Like
Honestly.
I won't clap for a fish.
I'm trying to
that
think of a
swims.
specific scenario in which I was like, I don't like in a dating aspect.
Honestly, any aspect, but yeah, dating.
Yeah, I mean, you know. I'm like, I could think of a few for you.
Yeah. What?
Okay, I mean, y'all.
Yeah.
wait, also,
Actually, this is
like-
my best friend. You want
Yeah,
to
I was gonna say,
share?
also for the listeners, because we didn't even dive into that. Like, how long have you guys known each other?
We
We just talking about
yesterday,
yeah,
like,
last night when we were laying in bed. What,
like 5 years?
6 years?
Okay,
Yeah,
wow. And you
yeah.
guys met? Was it through cheer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, through
So the company that I work for, the choreography company that I work for, she used to like manage it.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of like helped start the company or whatever. And so she like on my like interview or like my phone call, like
Yeah,
welcoming in or
hiring.
whatever, my hire call, we were on, and it was like we were just kikiing the house
Kikiing.
down, like in it, like my boss was also in their call, and we were just kind of like, wait, like
I
are
love
we?
that.
We're like, are we best friends?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
And then literally after the phone call, we both texted each other, and we were like, so should we FaceTime?
Yeah.
I love that.
And then we
That's
were on the
amazing.
phone for like hours after
Yeah,
that.
and then after that, we were on
was
phone for hours, like after.
been
and
attached at the hip ever
yeah, and the
since.
rest is history.
Okay, well, yeah. So
Yeah.
then, what's her tea?
Yeah, I would love to. Oh no.
I don't know how much,
She's like
I
nervous
can
over-
expose was you guys.
No, go ahead. Give it to me.
I mean, I just think of. So okay, for some backstory here, her and I were both in situations together.
At the same time.
Yeah,
Very
well, not the same situation.
No.
But,
No, but like the same time.
and we kind of were going through very parallel journeys in regards to the relationships that we were in. And so we both kind of watched each other be treated very poorly. We both were like, not even kidding, like in bed crying ourselves to sleep, like, just texting each other.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, obviously it was nice to have someone that was kind of going through the same thing, but it was like, the versions of us now have look back on the versions of us then and are like, how the hell did we let that happen?
Right.
We were just like down bad for people who, I don't know, just didn't treat us correctly or love us out loud or any of the things. And so I look at that situation and I'm like, that bar was really in hell. I mean, because not only were you involved with someone, but you like worked for someone and you sacrificed a lot of your life, for a relationship or for someone that kind of did you dirty as fuck, to put it in a nice
say
way.
the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just always where my brain goes.
I mean, like, at least you didn't hit me with my car.
Oh my God.
But he did do some pretty terrible things. But like,
yeah.
I mean, woo, there are a lot of stories that we will probably unveil at some point here.
But he did like this one time hook up with his like physical therapist, and I saw it like via text message. Yeah, isn't that so crazy?
And were you guys dating at the same time?
We had like just started like rekindling again after we had split, and we were at a shoot. This is fucking crazy. We were at a shoot. I was filming something like BTS on his phone, and something inside of me told me to like pop up the text messages, and I never do that. I'm one of those people that I'm like, if God needs me to see it, I'll see it.
Yeah.
And something like a notification popped up, and I'm like, don't do it, Aubrey. Don't click on it. Don't click on it. And I clicked on it, and I opened the thread, and it was like, he was getting like treatment on his knee. He had a bad knee, and the text message was like, something about treatment. And then I scrolled it up a little bit, and he was like, sorry, or something along the lines of like, sorry that I sucked on your titties during treatment or something.
Oh,
mind you, I'm sitting here filming. We're filming like, and I'm just like this. And he like looked at me from across the room, and I feel like he like subconsciously knew I saw something, and I just didn't say anything. I didn't act.
No, swallowed it.
Swallowed it. I didn't say a single thing. We finished the shoot.
So this was like a physical therapist, right? Like,
yeah, it was like a girlfriend,
somehow,
a girlfriend that he said like absolutely not, like it was not his type. He was not his type at all. Like he was friends with her. He was helping her get out of a bad relationship, but she also happened to be like a PT who ran her own practice, and he like drove to like Milwaukee or something to see her to get treatment.
To get his knee looked at. And then some way a titty ended up in his mouth
during treatment. Are you crazy?
During treatment.
And I'm just like, the fact that I saw that mid shoot while I'm just like sitting across me where I'm filming, like,
oh my God, and the gut punch.
And you having to hold it together for the shoot. Like,
and I just sat there, wrapped up
like,
the shoot.
Nice.
That is.
Hey, I stayed with him.
Oh, no.
For how long?
Oh, far long after that. Years after that. That was like really early on. That was like right at the beginning. That was the mozzarella sticks. That was right at the beginning of like rekindling and getting back, like revisiting that.
Yeah. And anyways, these days we're a little bit more keen on red flags. Okay.
Right. Our discernment has very much changed since then. Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, the bar was underground. We have now raised it.
No. The bar is vibing with Hades. Like, you know what I mean?
Truly.
Slowly coming up. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Well, this has been absolutely amazing. I also just again want to thank you again for What'd you say?
I said, how's it?
Rekindling old stories.
Right.
You're like, right. No, but honestly, thank you so much for taking the time to like be on this podcast with us
Yeah.
and chit chat with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I love
you so
watching your
much.
videos online too. So if you guys haven't checked out Aubrey's videos, Aubrey,
Yeah.
where can they find you?
TikTok,
Yeah.
TikTok.
Instagram at Obsgal.
At
Obsgal.
Obsgal.
And that's AUBSGALL. Yeah.
Cute. Check him out. She has
I'm
some
like,
good.
if I got that wrong, bitch, I was in hell.
Yeah, true.
No, there's some good nuggets in there. So go check out the videos.
Yeah,
check it
yeah.
out. Thank you again, Aubrey.
Yeah, thanks for
Yes,
having
we
me.
love you.
We love you so
and
much.
We will see you next time.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Okay. Bye, you guys.